Well, by 7 a.m. it may feel like doomsday, depending on how much snow we're going to get around
We have
here.
been kind of put through the ringer the past few weeks with just about everything coming at us, and tomorrow is no exception to that with the heavy snow coming in. Timing is really the critical piece of this. Tomorrow morning before sunrise, most of the snow coming down before, or while it's still dark, I should say. So you're going to get out there. You're not going to be surprised by what you see, but it's going to be, you're going to have to deal with it to get to where you've got to go. Right now, temperatures are holding right around the freezing mark and expecting that to kind of stay the course through tomorrow morning. That means we're going to be right around freezing on the roads, on sidewalks and driveways, and as that precipitation is coming down, expecting mainly the first shot as snow. The rest of the temperatures around the region, again, right around freezing. So as long as that continues, we're still looking at the primary type being snow, but we will watch the temperatures spike up tomorrow into the low 40s in spots, and that will switch everything that's left over to rain. That's why timing through tomorrow morning is critical. That being said, the question everybody wants answered, how much snow are we going to get? We're going to tell you this number, but then we're going to qualify it in the next 2 minutes. To the northwest of the viewing area, 5+ inches is expected. Northwestern Franklin County up toward Dublin, Powell, and over toward Marysville, London, 3 to 5 inches, 2 to 3 in that lighter blue swath, and then less than 2 inches to nothing the further south and east you go. The reason we're going to have a little asterisk next to this is because the heavier snow coming in the first half of the day when the temperatures are lowest, but during the day we're going to watch the changeover to rain, so it's kind of end up more like a snow cone than snow, and you'll know exactly what I mean when we're out and about tomorrow afternoon. Tonight and tomorrow morning, 2 to 4 a.m., the heavier band of snow coming in. Notice not much south and east. The latest model run keeps things relatively dry, so that by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, 5 to 7 a.m., still expecting some moderate heavy snow that's falling around the metro area, but then areas southeast that didn't get in the first wave will get in the second wave. Bottom line to what you're waking up to tomorrow morning, an inch or less southeast, 1 to 2 inches Columbus southeast, and then 2 to 4 inches north and west. Very heavy, very wet snow. As we go through the larger view across the rest of the region, again, we're looking at that blue, the main travel problems from Columbus, mainly northwest of 23 and I-71. So let's go through the rest of the forecast and talk about the impacts. Where we see that heaviest snow tomorrow morning, that's where we have the areas shaded in the red. Less of an impact further south and east you go. 7 a.m. to noon tomorrow, we'll see another wave of snow coming back in, but this time more pink and green, indicating more mixed, maybe sleet and then plain rain. Going through the rest of the afternoon for you, a little more in the way of accumulation, up to an inch or 1 or 2 inches further north or west at 7 a.m. to noon. And notice that travel impact again gets pushed further off to the west. The rest of the forecast, noon to 5 p.m. tomorrow, notice a bit of a lull, more green, more rain, very windy, 25 to 35 mile-per-hour gust with a warm southerly push. By the time we get to about 5 p.m., I'm thinking mainly wet and slushy roadways, not ice, but things will freeze back up again as we get into tomorrow night. Forecast then for tonight into tomorrow does keep things on the cold side. We'll be watching the opportunity for the showers moving on through, and then more rain coming back into play. We jump ahead to the extended forecast for you. That does show that drop in temperatures as we get into and around Saturday, or Friday and Saturday, I should say. And then so once we get into the weekend, we'll be cooling things off again and a chance of some snow coming back into play. So if we can't get that forecast fired up for the extended, we'll do that momentarily. But trust when I tell you that it's going to be a pretty cold end to the weekend. So don't forget that you can always look at the forecast for, there we go, 7-day forecast, 40 and then 33 for Wednesday and Thursday. We're up at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. I won't be here, but Maddie Kirker and Madison Reich will be with a Wake Up C-Bus team to track the storm and keep you up to date on the weather and on the roads.